Hey, what up, guys? Sorry it has been a bit, but I am back, continuing with my Halloween series. We're on Halloween Resurrection now. This one came out in 2002, and I remember watching this the first time. I was very confused because there are parts of it I really do like. I don't think it's great. I know it's gonna be fucking travesty to some people. I prefer this over H2O. H2O just you saw my review last time. Like I said, I don't think this is a good film. I don't think it's that much better either. Like I'd put it just a one above it, but that doesn't make it great. Like I said, I think there's some really dog shit parts in this movie. Busta Rhymes. But I think it had a good theme, which I will get to, and some solid kills. So, and plus Katie Sackhoff was in it. So this one apparently a lot of people hate it. This is like a lot of people's eyes. This is the worst. I don't think it is because wait till we get to Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. But I will say there are some, like I said earlier, there's some really goofy parts. But this is supposed to be right after H2O. I will admit the what really happened was really kind of doesn't make sense. So Michael, like I said, I said it in the last video. Michael killed a paramedic. This was after the part where he fell off the balcony onto the table. He killed a paramedic, crushed his larynx. For some reason, didn't kill him. That should have killed him, but whatever. Then switched clothes, and then the paramedic. That's why the paramedic didn't talk. And Lori. So Lori was admitted into. They don't really let you know if this is Smith's Grove or. Oh, this is not Smith's Grove. It's at a different sanitarium. And she's been waiting for the return of Michael. The film opens up, and I actually got to say, the theme of this film, the main theme, is actually really good. It's a nice, traditional, but at the time, modernized version of it. Like I said, I think that the theme's really good. So, I mean, we hear this nurse basically talk about what happened in the events of H2O or the end of it, and to a new nurse, and then that's the intro. Then they take her medicine. She, fakes it and hides it in a teddy bear. Then, so Michael shows up. One of the guards. Before that, one of the guards find one of the patients who wears a mask. He's wearing a mask of John Wayne Gacy, a clown mask. Like he knows a lot about serial killers. So Michael shows up. He kills two security guards. These kills were decent. One of them was a callback to his kill from the last film, where he came on from a beam, one arm. Yeah, it shouldn't work, but slit his throat, and then Michael walks to Laurie's room. The music's actually kicking in here. He walks straight through the door, like Jason style. And she sets a trap for him because he stabs the bed and she isn't there. Granted, they did that. I think it was also like probably a little callback to Halloween 2 because they did that. Except Michael had a scalpel that time. Then he chased her to the roof. Then he sees her at the. He walks out, and then a rope trap. Uh, it works, and she's about to cut it, but then Michael fakes like he does the thing where he's trying to take off the mask, which for some reason works. I will admit this whole scene is absurd. How the fuck? How doesn't she know that's him? He walked through the fucking door, and he's trying to kill her the whole time. I don't. Oh man, this scene. But so it works. He grabs her, stabs her in the back. She then says, "I see you. I'll see you in hell." Gives him a quick kiss and then just falls to her death. I'll admit, I did not like this death at all. I think Laurie, if you're gonna kill off, which is gonna be weird because you're gonna hear my opinion in a Halloween 2018 review. I'll just get to that. I think as much as I like 2018, Lori should have died in that, but I think she should have got a better death than this. This was just, you don't even see her die. She just gets stabbed and then falls. But whatever. So that then he goes and passes the one patient we saw earlier, gives him the knife. Basically, Michael's trying to. I was wondering why did he give it to him and didn't just kill him. Then I thought about it. He's trying to make it seem like that patient got out and killed Lori. And then while Michael walks away, he talks about the story of Michael. And then that's it. So now a year later, there's a bunch of college students. And we meet the main chick's name is Sarah, I think, and her friend, which is Katie Sackhoff's character. Also, Taye Diggs is in it. They win a competition to appear on Dangertainment, which is made by Freddie Harris, which is Busta Rhymes. And oh my god, his scenes are so bad. So, and they basically are gonna go on the Myers house. Like I said, there's certain like elements like that. I like the whole little element of they're gonna go in Michael's house and it's treated like it's haunted, like almost like because the ghost shows I think were kind of becoming a thing at the time, and I think that like I like the concept, but so while they were doing interviews, she screamed and Freddie liked it, and then she was trying to tell him the night before she didn't want to do it, but then she decided, but then he kind of convinced her to stay. So the next day is Halloween. Um, while I think they're at a store, and you see a quick shot of Michael, and yeah, so they go to the Myers house, and I will say this: this is like the one time that it's not the classic Myers house, but it looks close. Like it's not too big like it was in Halloween 5, and it wasn't. It was like I think white. Like it actually had the color similar too. It wasn't like as much as I like Halloween 6. Granted, at least in Halloween 6, I can chalk it up to maybe they repainted it. But in 5, they just it looked like almost something like you'd see in Europe. But anyway, so one of the cameramen also um his Busta Rhymes assistant, which is um played by Tyra Banks, is watching the cameras, and one of the cameramen, she's like I think making coffee. This is where Michael shows up and kills one of the cameramen with the tripod. It's a pretty brutal kill, and that tripod was sharp as fuck. Oh, I forgot to mention Sarah has been messaging a guy named Deckard, who's like this high school kid, and they basically his story is he's gonna go to a party and that's it, and he wants to watch the thing. So they go to the party, and while this is happening, the group arrives at the house and they're just basically looking through it, and that's kind of what happens. I'll admit the first little bit is a bit boring, like them really looking through the house. Um, they separate into groups. There's a scene where Katie Sackhoff smokes a joint. Oh, one of the actors is from American Pie. He's a friend of the main character in that movie. But like I think what else happened. I haven't watched this movie in a minute. Well, Bill, which is that character, goes to the bathroom, and Michael bursts through the wall and stabs him in the head. It's a pretty brutal kill. I'm not gonna lie. Being stabbed in the head with a kitchen knife. That's a pretty dark way to go out. Donna and Jen and Jim, Donna, which is the redhead character, they hook up, and then like a wall breaks down, and they discover it's like corpses, and they're trying to. Oh, before that, this is one scene. Oh my god, this scene did make me want to. This scene pissed me the fuck off. There's a scene where Michael's walking through the house, but then another one shows up, and it turns out the one is Busta Rhymes. He's trying to scare them because he's trying to basically. This is a tease that yeah, it's a setup because he's like you don't. No one's gonna want to watch a show with an empty house because they think the house is empty. And then he thinks, well, because I guess Busta thought, or Freddy, I'll call him Freddy in this movie, because Freddy thought it was like probably like the cameraman who was supposed to be Michael, and he basically cursed him out, and then Michael just walked away. What the fuck? Michael wouldn't do that. Why did you have to make him look like a bitch like that? And there's another part we'll get to. It's fucking ridiculous. Oh my god, it was that scene really did piss me off, especially the first time. Like I said, there's this like scenes like that piss me off. Donna gets lost in a tunnel, and this is where she finds Michael's like hideout because she sees like half-eaten rats. Michael shows up, and he kills her by impaling her on a gate. I'll admit this kill was really good. It's probably the best kill of the film, in my opinion. It's shot well. The music's good. The blue lighting. You don't see Michael's eye. That is my thing. For me, with Michael Myers, I don't like seeing his eyes in general. That's the only other problem. The mask is a bit better than the H2O mask. Granted, you do see his eyes somewhat, but in this scene, it was actually lit well, so you don't actually see his eyes. And he impales her on a gate, which is pretty brutal. Like, the kills are, like, actually good. And there's not, it doesn't feel as late 90s as, like, H2O did, to be honest. I'm not saying this film is great, like I said. You'll see my rating. But it's just, I'll watch this before I watch H2O again. I know. That's a crazy day to some people. So Deckard is at the party and he finds a area where you can watch television and he watches it. And some of the party goers go in there and they're watching it and they think like when they see the kill that oh it's just fake, like it's television. So Jim and the group confront Freddy um, in the Michael costumes. I think he attacks one of them, but fake attacks him, and then he basically tells them to turn off the cameras, and that's where Freddy admits, yeah, this is a setup, and he was trying to say, y'all just play along, and then they say no, and then they're getting ready to leave. Jen finds Bill, and then Michael shows up and decapitates her with the Jen, which is Katie Sackhoff's character. Katie Sackhoff, I mean, this is probably one of her earlier movies. Like I said, she's not amazing in it, but it's just cool because I like Katie Sackhoff as an actress. So, um, but yeah, Michael kills her by decapitating her with the kitchen knife. I'll chalk it up to as supernatural, even though like, I don't think a kitchen knife you can decapitate somebody. Not in one swing, but whatever. It's a slasher film, so you gotta, you know. Then when that happens, they realize he's not a fake. Michael kills Jim by squeezing his head, and like blood comes out. Not a lot, but it was a decent kill. Kills Jim, and then Rudy, which is Tay Diggs, tries to fight him with a kid with knives, and Michael just grabs him and stabs one on his shoulder, and then another on his shoulder, and then through the chest. And then yeah, it's just Michael and Sarah now. Oh, I guess between this and that, this is a deleted scene where Michael kills Tyra Banks. I don't remember how he killed her. Um, but yeah, it's a deleted scene. But so Sarah reaches out to Deckard, and I think Deckard is texting her, and that's when I think everyone realizes this isn't fake. So they're telling her where to go. It's almost like they're watching the movie live. Like I said, this element of the movie I do enjoy. The whole camera thing. I like the whole ghost hunters. Let's investigate Michael's house, and oh, Michael's here. I actually like that because it just happens. It's a little bit natural. So she's hiding. Michael chases her. I think he cuts her leg with the knife, but she gets into another room, and then they run into Freddy. Michael uh oh, this is the scene where, oh god. Oh. So Michael is chasing Sarah, and Freddy shows up, and they give you, I guess, a little foreshadowing in earlier in the movie. He's watching kung fu movies, and he does kung fu, and he kicks Michael out the window, and I guess he gets strapped with like a wire around his neck. But then turns out Michael got out, stabs Freddy in the shoulder, and then chases Sarah, and then they go into the garage, and Freddy comes back, tries to fight off Freddy. Michael gets caught up in some wires. It's dumb. I'll admit, this final act is really bad. The movie was fine until we got to this point. The kung fu shit. Fucking Busta should have died. Ugh. Ugh, this movie. But, so he gets electrocuted, which causes a fire, and Michael's burned up. And in the end of the. And, oh, he says, trick or treat, motherfucker. That's a line. Oh. It's like. This it falls apart in the end, and then they see him burned up, and then he's taken to the morgue, and a nurse is checking on him, and then his eyes open. It almost like sets up another one, and then it never, and then it just ends. This film it's bad, but you know what? I kind of have fun with it. If you cut out the only scene, like I said, I genuinely despise is the scene when Busta cusses him out, and then the karate shit. If you just cut out those two parts, and then the trick or treat motherfucker line like it's fucking some Sita Chucky shit, no, it got cringe at the end there. But I think it has solid kills. I would watch this before I watch H2O again. Definitely before Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. And the score is not terrible. Michael's not terrible, minus that scene where he gets cussed out. But you had some really good kills in this movie. The characters aren't good. Sarah's a generic. Like, there's not a lot to describe about her. I just feel like she's just a generic character. I would have personally had made Katie Sackhoff Sarah, and I would have swapped. That's what they. I don't know. Maybe Katie Sackhoff just wasn't as big at the time. Yeah. I get why some people really hate it. I understand like why people like H. Some people like H2. I just don't personally. And for me, the ending of this film, you could have easily did another one. I personally think though there was good concepts in there. I would watch it again in a Halloween watch party if I were to do one. Like if I were to do like I always do, I watch like all the films. But I'd put it on just to kill time. I think the beginning's not terrible, minus the way Lori dies. It's pretty shitty. I think you could have given her a way better death, but that was the way Jamie Lee Curtis wanted it. She probably just wanted to die the first 15 minutes of the movie and just be done. But other than that, this film is mediocre, I would say. Like I'll give it like I rated H2O a 5, so I give this one like a 5.5. It's not good. I wouldn't put it up in like my top. No. It's a bad film, but it's a fun one. I think Michael's decent in it, minus some scenes. But yeah, guys, the next review will be Rob Zombie's Halloween. I will do it later. It will probably be a night video, so I'll probably do it tonight. So, but other than that, guys, I'll see you in that video. But next time, guys, peace.